All right, so I'm going to go over some of this with the unit circle. I know that you said you have a copy of this unit circle, but I went ahead and redid it as well. If you notice, I have the same 3 sets of ordered pairs, okay? And those are from our special right triangles that we learned about in geometry, okay? And all they do is repeat. See, it's square root of 3 over 2, 1/2. Square root of 3 over 2, 1/2. The only thing that changed was this become negative because I'm in the second quadrant, right? And then down here, they're both negative, right? Because in the third quadrant, they're both negative. And then and then the same on over here. X is positive, Y is negative, okay? And the same for square root of 2 over 2. It's repeated in each quadrant, okay? And just changing my signs depending on what quadrant I'm in. And then finally, the 60 is the reverse of the 30, 1/2 and square root of 3 over 2. And I'd repeat the same thing here, and I repeat the same thing here, and I repeat the same thing here. Okay, so when it talks about reference angles, it's usually referring back to those 30, 45, or 60. Okay. Also keep in mind it is a unit circle, which means 1 unit long, and that's why at 0 it's 1, 0, because I'm coming out 1 to the right. And then at 90 it's 0, 1, I'm going up 1. And then at 180 it's negative 1, 0, because I'm going to the left 1. And at 270 it's 0, negative 1, because I'm going down 1. Now also keep in mind that your x values, okay, your x values going this way end up being your cosine. And your y values going up is your sine values, okay? And I've got this down here. X is cosine, y is sine. Now, tangent is always going to be y over x. So whatever your y is over your x, all right? And then I gave you for secant, cosecant, and cotangent. Cotangent is flipping it. Cosecant is 1 over y and secant is 1 over x, okay? So you have your unit circle and you can look back at this video as much as you need to. I picked out 3 from your assignment that you shared with me to look at. The first one is a basic one. 7 says sine of 60. So this one's not bad. All I have to do is go to my unit circle and see 60 degrees. And remember, sine is my y value. So it's square root of 3 over 2. So all I have to do is write the square root of 3 over 2. That one's pretty basic. Okay. Now, they're going to give you ones that are not sine and cosine. Sine and cosine are the easiest ones because all you have to do is write down what you see for sine, for x or y. Okay. Now, tangent, remember, is y over x. Okay. So let's do that one. It says tangent of 330. So you're going to go to your unit circle. Here's 330. And that's negative 1/2 and square root of 3 over 2. Okay. So that looks like this. We're going to do a little math. Negative 1/2 over square root of 3 over 2. Now that looks crazy, doesn't it? Remember, when I'm dividing by a fraction, I flip it and multiply. So this would be the same as negative 1/2 times 2 over the square root of 3, right? Okay, so that ends up being negative 2 over 2 square roots of 3. Now, we talked about in the last video, I cannot leave it with a radical in the bottom. So I'm going to multiply by square root of 3 on top and bottom. So that would give me negative 2 square roots of 3. And then 3 times 3 is 9. The square root of 9 is 3. And 2 times 3 is 6. I can actually reduce that a little more, can't I? So I would end up with negative square root of 3 over 3. So that would be my answer for that one. Negative square root of 3 over 3. All right. And then my last one they gave me was in radian. Okay. Now all I have to do in your calculator is take the fraction 5/3 and multiply it by 180. And that'll tell me that's 300 degrees. Okay. Now, I don't know, your unit circle might have radian measures on there. I don't know. But if you need to, just take the fraction, multiply by 180, get rid of your pi, okay? That's the easiest way to explain it. So I want to go to 300. So 300 is 1/2, and negative square root of 3 over 2. Okay, and cosecant is the flip of sine, so 1 over y, right? So all I need is my y here, negative square root of 3 over 2, and that goes on bottom. So I would say 1 over negative square root of 3 over 2. Here again, I can't leave it like this. So that's the same as 1 times negative 2 over square root of 3. Well, 1 times anything is just that anything. All I'm left to do is multiply by square root of 3 over square root of 3. And that's negative 2 square roots of 3. And then 3 times 3 is 9. Square root of 9 is 3. So that would be my answer for that one. Okay. I hope that helped a little bit. I know you were having problems with that, so I hope that helps.